This is D, and Less Stressful Life. That's what's up. Sometimes we look in our situations and we think there's no way that I can do anything for anybody else because I'm just trying to survive for myself. And Jimmy gives a very good example of how, even though you may have it bad, you can still do something for somebody else. You were telling me how you had to learn how to help others, I guess?
When I got was first in that situation, you feel a certain way, and
Mm.
you actually you want to shut yourself down and be on your own. This one guy changed just about everything. He wanted me to be his friend, and it was like he was trying to latch on to me. He needed somebody and
He
all that.
needed somebody, okay.
So he used to talk to me all the time, and I didn't pay him no attention. He really was rejected inside of himself
Mm-hmm.
when he couldn't hang on to me as a buddy. He got so bad with that
Mm-hmm.
until I saw him crumble.
Wow.
He would get in trouble with the officers.
Mm.
He would get in trouble with other guys.
And I guess we need to say that this was while you were in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, all right then.
he would get in trouble because he didn't know how to stand on his own.
Gotcha.
He went so far to the left because me rejecting him like that. That he went on a visit one day when he was supposed to be coming back to the gallery. The officers had beat him up in the dressing room, and from what happened in the visiting room, he died. They beat him to death. So him completely losing it
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because of me, that bothered me.
Because you,
He just wanted to be my friend.
well, he wanted some support. He wanted a positive friendship,
Mm-hmm.
and you were all into your world, so you did. So you're too busy, too whatever to provide that. So
My
too focused on Jimmy.
my selfishness,
Mm.
I looked at that as being what killed him.
Wow.
And that just bothered me for a long time. So after that, I changed my whole thing
Mm. Mm.
where I started to correcting them when they was wrong
Okay.
and talking to them, actually answering questions for them that they really was too young to know.
Mm.
They didn't know what they were doing wrong. They thought they were doing
Oh.
just what they were doing right by young, like young people were supposed to do.
Wow. Because that had been their experience, that had been their environment from well before they ended up behind the wall.
Yeah, but the
Yes,
the two
yes.
most influential people that I had anything to do with was these two guys. They always fighting. They go to the yard and the police is running around the jail trying to find them.
Oh well.
They done something to somebody and all that stuff. If they out there on the yard fighting and they got weapons, I would take their weapons from them
Mm.
and put them on me,
Mm.
and I would go inside because they ain't gonna stop me.
Okay.
They ain't gonna bother me.
Because you had already proven yourself to be much more responsible than a lot of those guys.
far more.
Gotcha.
So I would take the weapons inside. They couldn't blame them, and I would talk to them,
Mm.
but I would give them their weapons back.
Mm.
I'd give them right back to them. They would always call me old and stupid. Say,
although you
oh,
although you're around the same age, they call you old and stupid.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They said, you be talking all that there stuff,
Mm.
and talking about what somebody should do. And I had no idea that they were ever listening
Mm.
or that they ever even respected anything that I say.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Because I used to tell them, you from the Bronx,
Mm-hmm.
the last thing in the world you need to do is to go back to the Bronx.
Oh wow, wow.
All you're going to find in the Bronx is another jail sentence. That's all you're going to find. You're going to find some drugs, you're going to find some weaponry, and you're going to come right straight back here when you leave. What you need to do is to forget you were ever in the Bronx. Fix up your papers so that you can go out, not too far from the jail, no further than say 30 to 100 miles or so, in a good city, good neighborhood, and start your life where you don't have to have all that there crap behind you.
Gotcha.
And boy, they used to just tell me, ain't nobody gonna live up here with the deers and the bears and stuff like that. And they would talk to me like that, you know.
Wow.
And but what really let me know that I had got to them, come time for them to leave. And their whole thing had changed. They act just like they were leaving a real good friend, like a uncle or something.
Wow.
But what really had an effect on me is to see what they were really feeling when they got ready to go. I didn't expect them to come to me and say goodbye.
Yeah.
And nothing at all.
Wow.
Show no feeling or nothing. But they were really remorseful when they left. And I still did not know how far reaching it was until 15 years later I go out.
Oh snap. Okay. Hold on. So what you're basically saying is that in jail you had an impact. You didn't realize how far reaching your impact was on them while you were in jail.
Right.
Until their sentences were up and they came to you with remorse and with appreciation for what you had shared.
Right.
But what you're telling me now is there's even another part of the story.
A whole nother story.
Oh, wow.
Another part of it.
Wow. Tell me about that.
Because now it's time for me to go out.
Okay.
So I go out, and I hadn't been on the street but probably 7 days or so.
Oh.
Something like that.
7 days. Wow.
And cause
And you don't tell me the city, but it wasn't the Bronx. Something tells me.
oh no, they did exactly what I told them to do. They went directly out and got involved with the community and stuff like that, just like I told them that their life would be productive and you would have no problem living if you did this.
So what? I mean, so how did you find that out? 7 days out, you picked up a newspaper and you saw something. How did you find out?
I saw a car
Mm-hmm.
went past me
Uh-huh.
and spin right around and came back my way. I'm kind of leery of that kind of action, you know,
Yeah.
because I've been gone for 15 years. Don't nobody know me like that. But it was one of them.
No. One
Boy,
of them. Oh,
this
wow.
guy came up to the car, and man, he was crying, and he was hugging me
Whoa.
and shaking me and all that stuff. He said, "You got to come right now." He said, "I got a wife and I got 2 babies."
Yeah.
Said the other guy he's right around here in the same neighborhood.
Wow.
And both of those dudes, they said their wife and their children knew my name.
Oh, snap.
Without him introducing to me.
Wow.
This is the guy.
Oh, snap.
That's all that he had to say. Both of them said that only reason they got children and a wife is because of the way you did me when I was in jail.
Wow. That's incredible, man.
That's
Wow. So what you're saying is
And that just
wow,
messed me completely up.
that's messing me up, and I heard the story before. Good gracious.
I mean, that's got to make you feel mushy. And I attribute that to what I learned to Freddie, because I rejected him, and it changed me to what I was to these two boys.
Wow. If a person's messed up, it's not too late to do something to change up.
That's right.
That's number one. And number two, it also says that it's not just about you. Probably one of the best ways that you can find yourself is by doing something for others.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, and probably number three, you just don't know how far reaching your impact can be.
All you can do is lay it out there. Let it work. Let it work for you.